Let's move into the draft. Here we are now into Champs League. OMG on the blue side for game number 1. IG going to hang out on the red side. And there's that Fizz takeaway from the tie, but IG fire back with a Kalista Bear.
No Fizz for you, Z-Ty. Not that it really phases him in the slightest. There is still the Rise on the board, but first pick going to OMG here will raise some questions as what IG look to ban second. The Gragas taken away is another very strong meta pick, and the Kalista, we saw reasons why it has a 92% ban rate last game.
Just ban it.
You just get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, Uzi's Kalista especially might be the best in the LPL. The man has so much mastery over that champion. So get it out, get the LeBlanc out there as well. Don't want Cool to be playing that champion. It's been a common ban against actually both these mid laners for quite a while. So cute stuff there. Gragas is interesting to me because it's a fine first pick, but I guess they just really don't want to make sure that Kakao don't get it, even though they are on the blue side here. And I wonder where our last few bans are going to go. I have to think the Rise ban is coming, but there's the R-Star ban. IG now, they have to choose between Rise and Echo.
What are you going to ban? You're going to leave open something that is super strong. Of course, there's going to be multiple things that will be super strong. That's always on the board now. That's just a fact of drafting at the moment in the LPL. But they decide to not ban either. And now every option in the world is readily available. Do you want to go for that Maokai when there is also the Rise, the Echo, the Sivir, the Snorgers, just buffet?
I don't think you can give Zatai Rise. But I don't know if Xiang plays it.
Yeah, but do you want to give Rookie Echo? We saw this yesterday.
Well, they're going to take Echo away. That's a strong first pick there for OMG. But this draft is going to go into crazy mode very soon.
This is great.
This is great.
Everything you could ever imagine and more is almost available. The only exception there is that they've gotten rid of Alistar and Nautilus. And I do like the Naut ban. Given that the Alistar was taken away, it's usually the response there. The Thresh is still available, of course. You've got Janna as the pick, and there's always going to be support options. But by banning the Nautilus, you alleviate both Echo and Rise. And here they are.
Yep, there's Rise. Zatai kind of, jokes around with a couple of picks, but just decides to lock in the champion. He was always going to take in this situation. He'll get the Rise. Kakao last minute swaps actually to the Thresh, so favors that instead, but he's going to lose his Rek'Sai as a result.
You might lose the Rek'Sai, but of course, no, there is no Gragas, so you are losing a Rek'Sai, yeah. Interesting decision here. We don't know where they're going to go for the jungle just yet, of course. If they lock in this Rek'Sai, it leaves open the Sejuani, the Nunu. There's still a few options, even Jarvan jungle if you want to get adventurous. And I mean, both teams are going to have a strong draft. The question is, where do they want to go now on the side of Invictus Gaming? After the lock-in of a Sivir and Rek'Sai makes their team comp very well rounded, just missing that big tank.
Yeah, we've seen Uzi Sivir in particular probably his best performing AD carry this year alone. So, I mean, that's maybe sad stuff for long-time Uzi fans because he was always such a big hyper carry. But he's so aggressive on the champion. Is Kakao not done with the jungle pool just yet? Picks Nidalee for himself.
Let's get that aggressive jungle in there. Wants to be in the face of Zhuezhui, I guess. Being up there in the midst of everything, putting down those traps. I mean, let's assume that it's jungle, though.
It has to be. Kakao's such a good Nidalee here as Kid. Considering the Vayne once again, we've seen this so many times, it's not usually come out good for the Vayne side, but Kid will be taking the matchup once more. But Kakao, one of the few junglers left that still plays Nidalee.
Just make this draft complete. Just
with a
lock
blitzcrank
that in. I mean, they've got the Thresh and the Vayne now up against the Sivir, and for some reason, and I mean, I don't entirely agree with it, but I understand Thresh being picked in response to the Sivir, the Vayne also being capable of 1v1ing against that Sivir if left to their own devices. There's a lot of possibilities for it to go well as we're looking at what is most likely going to be the lock-in.
Yeah, I mean, these are great hovers here for OMG. They've got a little bit more time to decide, but Xiang, again, has looked really good on the standard champions, so I like that they're going to give him one of those again. And Amazing just wants to initiate. He'll take Annie. Xiang will get Maokai, and OMG round themselves out a very nice lineup.
Those last two picks are actually pivotal to their team comp right now. They're missing a hard engage tool.
Oh, no.
Annie, let's let it be for the moment. Let it be for now. Annie actually provides them the hard engage tool. They've got the possibility of a talisman for an Annie now as well. You can pretty much forego needing that Righteous Glory. Maokai will be providing that for you anyway. And you've got the Sivir on the hunt. So mobility for days coming out of this OMG lineup, at least in theory. They've got the Rek'Sai to boot in the front line, and their damage is still quite high. They've got the Echo. Sivir's reliable damage output. It's not like hyper carry Vayne level. But it is, oh my god.
I thought the Yasuo was going to be crazy enough. But we'll take Riven instead. Rookie, a seasoned Yasuo player. He played into the other side of the matchup yesterday, but decides instead of picking Yasuo, I'm going to pick Riven.
Like, what do you say? I mean, like,
Maybe
it's actually Rise.
Oh my
it is
God.
Rise mid. That's quite strong at the moment. I did hint that, but I didn't actually say anything because I wasn't sure. But Riven in general is just like, come on, man. Like, what is happening?
I mean, Zatia's flashed Riven quite a few times in drafts, but I didn't know how seriously he took the pick here. I like the Rise here for Rookie. I guess if that was mid all along, then he was not worried about the matchup that he was getting here. Kind of a cool flex pick because we're going to go through these matchups. And this is crazy. Xiong on the Maokai versus Zatia's Rise? I don't think that's correct.
Okay, let's just wait until we get in. Let's assume that's the matchup, and that is actually pretty bad for Maokai.
Yes, it is, which is... I mean, Rise in general, he's a real terror as far as top laners go. As we do see the Rek'Sai versus the Nidalee, that'll be a nice high-pressure matchup as well. Cool going to be on Echo for the first time around.
That's actually what the matchup is.
Wow, and Rookie is actually playing Riven.
So they swap back. We've got the Riven mid up against Echo, and I tell you what, that's an aggressive lane. That is hyper trading levels of damage right there.
I mean, we talked about the mechanics yesterday with the Echo Yasuo matchup.
I just don't want to actually comment on what could happen yet because I'm prepared for the option of having my mind completely blank.
Are you mentally prepared for this game?
Oh,
I think we blew out your brain yesterday after the Echo Yasuo matchup. So I don't know if we were able to survive Echo Riven, and it's not even just that it's this matchup, it's these players as well.
Yeah, and it just happens to be every time there's an Echo, it's a Rookie involved, and the high-level mechanics is just unbelievable between them. But you have a look at the actual full side that Invictus Gaming have put through here, and I'm not sure that I'm a big fan of it.
Well, we'll have to find out just how good it is. We're going to get straight into game number 1. And we're going to get straight into a pause.
High intensity level 1 action.
Ooh, unpause. Hello.
Oh, sweet.
It is intense. See, you cued it. You cued the intense action as we're under the rift. But OMG versus IG. And Echo has appeared once again in the mid lane. This time for Cool, not Rookie. But they're going to get a little crazy there. Rookie didn't want the Yasuo, didn't want the matchup he played the reverse of yesterday. Decided instead, you know what? Give me the Riven.
Well, I mean, we saw some ridiculous amount of intensive mechanical micro mechanics being displayed. Riven is a bit more straightforward. Of course, there's the outplay factor with the Echo, but you kind of just click at them and spam your Q until you catch them with Riven at least. It'll save a bit of trouble.
I mean, we looked at OMG's lineup, very solid across the board. Great engage tools. Good frontline from the Maokai and the Rek'Sai. Uzi's a decent threat, can come in, and Cool, I think, can be a primary carry. It's hard to say about Echo. We haven't seen that many games yet, but you're looking down the board, it's basically a standard OMG lineup, but with Echo instead of maybe a different assassin there for Cool, and he's a great assassin player.
It can be a hyper carry. The damage that Cool can put out on Echo is just phenomenal. Once you get that Luden's Echo, the Lich Bane, even the Zonus, which we saw yesterday, gives you a lot of team fight utility. Is amazing. Just decided he wanted to walk through a wall. He goes and puts the ward down, doesn't put the wall down. And OMG doing that 2v1 prevention invade, maybe looking for it themselves. But again, Echo can be that hard carry for the OMG lineup. They've got Uzi, who actually does hard carry on Sivir, funnily enough. And let's just take a second to have a look at the Invictus Gaming lineup, because it's standard here from OMG. It's what we expect from them. But we've got a Rise top, normally banned since we're in 5.10 at the moment, and Rise's ultimate duration is 6 seconds now, not 2 seconds at all levels. And that's a big deal. That's a very big deal.
I like that you say ultimate when you actually mean passive, by the way.
Passive.
Because it feels like an ultimate.
Yeah, well, it was. Sorry, it's a mix-up between the Rise change-up. It is the passive. It lasts 3 times as long now at level 1, which is unbelievably long. So Zatia's getting that Rise. They've got a single target damage threat again with the Nidalee jungle. They've got a Riven who, in a way, is single target with a bit of AoE between having all the spells that can hit multiple people. And then we've got Vayne. And need I explain
the single target of Vayne?
that is actually single target times 10.
Yeah, it is. I mean, IG, I looked down this lineup and the first thing I thought of was win lane, win game. I think that's IG's plan.
Win lane, win game. Work with Thresh, make a pick. Turn that pick into a kill. It's very easy for them to blow someone up on the back of a Thresh hook. And just translate any pick that they can make it all into a kill. If they can't make a pick, they're going to struggle.
They are. And we'll see how much they do struggle as Kakao looking for an early aggressive gank here. Rookie's level 2, so might have his stun ready to go. Kakao going to throw a spear, just missing onto Cool. And he'll hit level 2. He should get phase dive, although he's not skilling something just yet.
The worst part about versing a Nidalee jungle as a mid laner is when she's always in range to throw out those spells. As you can see Rookie even at level 2, even more so once he hits level 3, going to put down the pain, make it hurt for this Echo in this lane, and try and zone him away from as much as possible. Of course, Echo having that Q available, you can still farm quite well.
You can. It's a great range farming ability. Good AoE wave clear there as well. As you can see, Cool just sort of sitting at max range with the Time Wonder, trying to get what he can, but falling a bit behind, and CS actually down double the amount, I guess. It's 14-7 or 16-7 now as they keep scrolling up for Rookie comes in. Cool should be able to pick up a bit more as the lane pushes in, but Rookie is excellent at keeping the creep wave on his side of a short lane.
Yeah, and I do have more questions to ask about this matchup, but we'll let it unfold.
Sure.
We'll see what it actually translates into in terms of trading. Now that Echo does hit that level 3, he's got some capabilities to work around his W, put down that area that you can stun them, and kind of force Riven away from trades just because it gives you enough time to put the passive on. But it's entirely down to mechanics, so we'll see what unfolds there. In fact, both running Ignite as well.
Yeah, I mean, Cool had Exhaust for a brief second, but switched to Ignite for a bit more aggression. I think topside, we were just there for a second. Uzi hard showing, actually, as the stun comes in. Kitty's almost going to go down, and I mean, the mid lane matchup might not matter if Uzi's just going to get himself ahead on Sivir.
Yeah, up into the Vayne matchup, of course, Sivir does have a very decent time this early, especially in the 2v2. Vayne, not really picked for an early level prowess by any means, looking to scale through, of course, and it's going to be quite difficult for them to get through this lane. They have found the 2v2 upside down, of course.
Yep.
So being spotted by one team or another, and really this goes in favor of OMG.
It does. I think the 1v1 in the bottom lane might be here for IG, and you can see Zatai does have a decent CS lead, although Shui is trying to turn it into a gank here. But good presence of mind here from Zatai, just making sure he keeps himself safe, although now going to dive in. Zatai going to get knocked up there, flashes as well. Jiang dives in, that's so aggressive, takes the tower, and Shui gets first blood.
So aggressive, but so very effective as they hit that knock-up, forcing the flash out of Zatai immediately. Jiang kind of looking around like he didn't want it. Whoa!
Oh, Cool could be, Rookie could be in trouble as Cool dives his way in. Can't quite get in range for the phase dive, but Rookie was about one auto away from going down.
He was a phase dive from dying, and it was very close. Cool not actually using his flash there to secure the kill. Too big of a flight risk. I'm assuming Rookie having that stun available, of course, and a very interesting 1v1 as the dynamic changes.
Yeah, Cool actually. Trying to do some damage to the tower, forcing Rookie off the area once again here. Probably can't look for the dive. Cacao has been pretty frequent in that lane, so doesn't really want to go through. And Rookie will get back to safety, but Cool starting to press his advantage in the mid lane.
And by press his advantage, they're actually probably just going to reset to the exact same amount of strength as their CS will even out. I think Cool will be looking to recall just after pushing that in, get some items himself so they can even the matchup as a brutalizer. Is the choice here. That flat armor pen going to wreck through Cool's health.
And that's so aggressive.
Oh my god,
from a Riven. Like,
not even a Doran's blade, just straight up.
Not a Doran's blade, not a pickaxe for something like maybe a Tiamat into the Hydra, not even something like a Vamp Scepter, print more lane sustain. Just all out balls to the wall aggression for Rookie, who's about to hit level 6.
Speaking of lane sustain though, the response is the double Doran's with that flask. He didn't opt for an amp time, wanting to get the 2 Doran's rings, and that says to me that he has to respect Rookie completely.
I think this is something that people sort of forgot about in the mid lane when Assassins sort of found their way out of the meta for a little while, is that double Doran's is really important when you're playing against Assassins.
Well, the base damage that an Assassin can put out onto you, you have to respect it, otherwise you will go down. If you don't get 2 Doran's...
That was clever. Cool diving in. Doesn't quite get in. He tried to set up the W for the stun. He's actually already level 6, so Rookie gonna have to bide his time. Does still have his Ignite though, remember.
He does have the Ignite available, whereas Cool does not. But you can see the zoning that Q puts out. If it hits once, you can go straight in as Echo and make it a trade in your favor.
You can. And we see Cool actually doing nicely in the lane with the new champion. Oh, very cute there.
That was cool.
That was cute. No, Cool's in the mid lane. There he is. You found him.
No, I'm glad you got that, but that was what I meant. Thank you.
Cool there now. Trying to keep things relatively even in the lane as he's doing a decent job. We'll see how the back and forth develops as the game moves on. That one kill does give OMG about 900 gold worth of a lead, so nothing massive here into Zatai. On the bottom side, casually been farming away. He's got his tier. He's going to move in towards probably the catalyst for maybe a Rod of Ages. And Pet Rise from this stage only going to get stronger. It's amazing. Gets the stun onto Kid, and Uzi really pushing around this Vayne.
Feel the pain right there. Kid is struggling in this matchup. All it takes is one Annie stun, and Uzi can hit that full boomerang. Does not need to hit a minion beforehand, and you can see how much it chunks him down. Even the Thresh Lance, and not enough to get him out because the trade just so big, and I love the way that they actually use their shield right there to continue to freeze a wave in the mid lane.
Yeah, we saw that actually from Flandre. One of the cool things he actually did in the last game with the top ecker was using that W.
You said that like nothing else was cool.
Well, look, Flandre did have a rough time.
Look, repeated feeding is not cool, alright guys?
No, definitely not here. Although sometimes inevitable. As topside's looking good, honestly, for OMG. Uzi there, 20 CS, actually growing up now to 25 CS ahead of Kid. Shueishui's visiting here as well. I think we're setting up for a dive. Never mind, dive in there. Amazing ghost in, and Uzi gets the kill.
If by set up for a dive you mean keep going,
yeah, immediately dive as Kiddies plays out Shueishui. Flash on Burrow, gonna make things tricky here for Kiddies. He's gonna die, and Uzi, 2 kills already.
And if there's one thing Uzi is good at, it is making sure that he gets the last hit in any gank possible, making it the most out of it that he can. 30 CS ahead right now and picking up both of those kills. He'll be able to get a BF sword, a pickaxe, or he'll probably just go BF Avarice Blade and boots because it's LPL.
Jeez, he's going to get the tower here as well. I think you're right, though, about the LPL Avarice Blade. Cool, and Rookie continuing to duel now on the mid side, but OMG got themselves at least 2,000 gold, closer to 2,500 gold ahead here in this particular game. And a lot of that's here on Uzi. He's got himself the BF and he does go pickaxe.
Thank you for he gets the pickaxe. That's a lot of money. Even able to get the boots, working towards the completed boots too as well. This Sivir is disgustingly fed at the moment. And like the lane was bad enough for the Vayne, it is now so much worse. Amazing has been completely unlocked and can go.
Oh, going in for Rookie, trying to get the stun. Doesn't line it up. Riven very mobile. But a good attempt there from Amazing. I like that OMG are moving their duo lane to create pressure in other parts of the map.
Well, they can utilize the fact that he is so far ahead. There's no way a Ryze with a tier first can deal with a Sivir with this much base damage at this stage of the game. They are in complete control of wherever Uzi is. And you need to respect that on the side of Invictus Gaming. They've got avenues to kill him because they're pretty much entirely single target, but they need to actually find out a way to do this because Amazing is going to be able to impact everywhere. And let's start with Dragon.
Yeah, Vayne can't do anything. Kid's actually in the top lane. You saw earlier, pretty much hard freezing that, trying to get some CS back, but that's going to mean Cool can stick in the mid lane and keep farming it up. Dragon's going to go to OMG. The bottom tower might even fall soon, as well as Uzi relentlessly pushes in with that Sivir. And as long as things stay neutral in the other areas, Uzi can keep getting further and further ahead.
He can definitely continue to get further ahead, but I mean, I just took a second to really take in how much they scale here in Invictus, but whoa!
Going in there, Kitty's actually, Flay goes through, bear down, and Uzi gets himself another kill. All the ultis go in and OMG get themselves a kill. This is how they've been winning recent games.
See you later, Invictus Gaming. At the moment, it is the OMG show, completely destroying their way through the lineup of Invictus on the back of Uzi being big. And for a second there, I thought we were lagging, but they were just standing around.
They were, and Rookie actually popped his ulti, tried to go in onto Cool. Still has the Wind Slash available, but Cool keeps it nice and collected. We'll just collect the CS instead. Tower goes down on the bottom side. OMG starting to get ahead. The mid lane might be okay for both of them, but OMG getting ahead on 2 other sides of the map.
Yeah, the mid lane okay, but of course, as we just mentioned, on the back of Uzi and the rest of the side here, being able to roam, to pick a lane essentially and just go there. Kid's left on catch-up duty. Cacao's left on trying to defend turrets. And I mean, they've gone double tier. They've got a Riven trying to scale and a Vayne trying to scale in items. They're just biding their time as long as they can and essentially hoping the lead isn't so big that the game is already lost before they ramp up in damage, because that side scales unbelievably big in damage.
I mean, it does, but we've seen OMG when they start getting this game into this sort of position, they're excellent at closing games out. We saw it down in the bottom lane. They used pretty much all of their ultimates just to get 1 kill, and they got an objective. That was the freight train style that OMG originally pioneered in 2013, and there's been a lot of that here with this new team, which has been hilarious to me. And you can see right now, Uzi moving in, Cool going to dive in onto Kitties, gets a bit of poke down,
got him.
But Uzi just wants more turrets.
And the damage that just went down on a Kitty from Echo right there, there's no real way for them to contest this, without looking for a full fight. And because Kitties is already quite low, around half health, that's another turret going down. And you said it, they're good at closing out. 3-0 in turrets and already a 4.1k gold lead in favor of OMG.
And there's double tier now as well. Cacao and Zatai also trying to stack up those tiers. Catalyst there for Zatai, maybe going for a Rod of Ages for even more scaling time, but OMG have applied all of this pressure in the first 12.5 minutes, and they're already 4,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, this gold lead, you want to be scaling up as quick as you can, maybe even I know that you need the Rod of Ages and Ryze needs time to start ramping up. It's just getting the period of time that you have to actually get back into this game as IG is getting smaller and smaller. Your window is closing. The door is closing on your opportunities. You need to find something. Just a kill. Maybe get it onto Uzi, who almost has his Infinity Edge already.
Yeah, I mean, he's done. He's going to go back after taking the Krugs and spend his money. Black Cleaver building in for Rookie. Blade of the Ruin King building up now for Kid. But these items are what they want to get, not what they can get. As Uzi goes back, and he does have his IE.
At 13 minutes, he has an Infinity Edge. That is a real... This is like Imp all over again from yesterday.
Yep.
A massive AD carry, 3-0 from laning phase, translates it into the rest of the team getting fed. And they could essentially find their win condition just through the fact that Uzi is big and he is a Sivir.
Well, he's going to go back to the bottom side, deciding that Zatai's the one he wants to keep further behind, which I think I have to agree with here.
Definitely.
I mean, tier 2 turrets are what they want to look for next, but a little tricky right now with that good vision to take them out. So we'll see what they do. OMG sort of dispersing back into standard lanes. As Uzi, he wants it, but Zatai is going to come through. Amazing. Drops the bear. Cacao going to take too much damage. Uzi flashes forward. Zatai trying to get the kill. Does find it onto Amazing. Q misses, though. Uzi juking left, right, and center. And Zatai's just going to die by the looks of things. Shui sweeps him for the kill, but Uzi going to claim it.
He's going to go down eventually. Zatai managing to pick up a kill there onto Amazing. So that was something back in their favor. They finally get a kill on the board, but again, a full Infinity Edge and Berserker's Greaves here from Uzi, and he can just do exactly what he did there. No regard for the chance of an Italy being around. In fact, they just turn it around and blow him up instead.
And now they're going to try and get pressure onto this turret. Uzi, relentless in his pushing so far. The minion wave just dies instantly to all of the Sivir AoE, and Cool's rotating up to try and help Xiang. Rookie's here as well. We've actually got Thresh also in the area. Cool has to be a little bit careful. Good phase dive. Gets himself out from under the hook. But Xiang now going to clear Kid out from the top side, and Uzi's already got the tier 2 in bottom.
Yeah, they've got the tier 2 in the bot lane. They're able to defend the top lane, where it's basically just Kid trying his best to farm and get through to the later stage. They are still trying to scale. I mean, the mid lane's found itself with a CS advantage in favor of Riven, working towards that Black Cleaver from the looks of it. Once he can get that, the team fighting capabilities of this IG roster does bolster, because Vayne can easily kill whoever Riven got onto. In saying that, again, it's 5,000 in favor of OMG at 15.
And OMG are looking for nothing but group team fights here. If they can't get a pick to take a tower, they're sticking together and going to do it all as a team here. This is the style that OMG have been going back to, it feels like, in their successful summer games so far. And right again here against a side like Invictus Gaming, they're already up, like you said, 5,500 gold.
And where is your jungle, Cacao? It is all missing. Bad luck, buddy. The pressure is well and truly being put in place. The vision control, not so much. It's not really offensive vision control. They're working around the dragon at the moment. It is up in 20 seconds. Look to see OMG take down this dragon, control the area, and translate that once the dragon's down into more aggressive control of an area, and then just try their best to push out a team fight from that.
Oh, cool. Trying to dive in again. Rookie actually going to get queued in, but he's going to try and pop. His ultimate has used it, but Shui coming in to make the difference.
The mechanics.
Yeah, Rookie realized this before. He's like, hey, I remember when this happened yesterday. A Rek'Sai appeared and I got sad. It's cool. Level 11 now. Didn't use his ulti. Just going to get a bit of poke down as OMG going to look for that dragon.
Yeah, and Riven using the ultimate is not really a big waste at all. You can see a lot of CDR already from Riven, and it's very low cooldown. So popping the ultimate to kind of scare them away. Zhuezhui came in, but nothing to come from it besides that dragon we mentioned just beforehand. And I mean, dragon for a Scuttlebug, not really a good trade. They're going to look for this top turret, but Xiang is here.
I mean, he's found Kitties. Cacao, though, will come in as well. Good spear, actually, onto Xiang. But the ulti pop by Maokai tries to cue them away. Will flash towards his teammates. Uzi kills the tie in the middle of the map, I believe. And they're just trying to run in there, take out another tower. Xiang might die. His team's coming. Vayne gets the tower in the top side, but OMG's saying, you know what? We'll leave you, Maokai. We'll just take the tower.
She'll be right.
And
they're able to freely push the mid lane because the numbers advantage is in favor of OMG. They get that inner. They're working on the inhibitor turret. And it is going to go down here. That's early, and that is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, 17 minutes in, an OMG break Invictus Gaming's base. It's been a blisteringly fast game so far, and it's been all Uzi. Cool, sitting at 0-0-0. Not a bad Echo game by any means. He's looked confident on the champion.
It can't be bad when you're all zeros.
Exactly.
But it can't necessarily be good. I mean, he got through a lane. He's got the Zonias now up against the Riven, so that's a big consolation, is that you managed to get through that, and that's a win of itself. but nothing actually coming from him. It's all on the back of Uzi and amazing.
Yeah, 4-0-2 now, and the synergy starting to build a little bit more with his team. It feels like Talisman now coming through for amazing. Look at this.
Crit, 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 crit. Give me the crits.
Got one. There's the bear.
And the boomerang. Yeah, it's too easy right now for them. They're so big.
Rookie actually the next pick. Just what?
Speaking of too easy.
That was so much damage.
Pretty much straight away instant death. You are in a very bad position here, Invictus Gaming. You need to group and do not get caught.
Rookie does not look happy.
I wouldn't be happy either.
No, died with all his summoners and his spells up. Pretty much ate 1 CC and then Uzi killed him in a spell rotation. That is a lot of damage here, and the Ribbon's going to struggle as Kakao has found Cool. Cool flashes forward. Lantern's there. Kakao, though, can't quite grab it in time, although he does manage to get it. Cool gets flayed away, throws out the Q as he eats a spear. So no kill there yet for the Echo, but he's starting to get a bit more aggressive with his Onias.
An ambitious flash was to try and actually get the procs of the passive, maintain damage there and get the kill in the end. Not enough damage because the Lantern came out at the same time to save the Nidalee, so a bit of a waste of the flash, but like it really matters at this stage. He just wants to be on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, just wants to kill here at this stage.
Just one.
Is Teamfight ready if they want to fight? I mean, OMG always wants to fight, it seems like here, and IG are stuck just pouring creeps out of their base here. The inhibitor's open in mid. OMG might even look for Baron. That's back up. Oh, sorry, up for the first time in 50 seconds or so.
Yeah, it's 19 minutes in, by the way.
Yeah,
we're not at 30.
No.
This has become such a one-sided game. It feels like we're about 30 minutes in. The inhibitor's bare in the mid lane. Everything going in favor of OMG. And I mean, Invictus Gaming, I've been quite hypercritical about some drafting mistakes in the last 2 games, but I have even more questions about this one than any other.
I mean, you can tell why. They picked some strong champions and some reasonably strong lanes for themselves, but it took only one lane and a good amount of teamwork from OMG to undo a lot of that work.
But I mean, Echo hasn't even been the issue here, as we touched on him way too much. It has been that bot lane threat. Amazing and Uzi coming through massive. Zhui and Jiang kind of just there to add their 2 cents to the bit. And, I mean, this side of OMG, if Uzi ever gets ahead, it's so hard to stop that snowball rolling.
Yeah, and this is why his Civ is so good. He's even built Phantom Dancer here for maximum aggression. He knows he just wants to close out the game.
It's a miracle. The LPL didn't build a static Civ.
There's no Avarice played. Yeah, Uzi skipped it. That doesn't give him enough power. And he's going to just steamroll his turret with the rest of his team.
Like, he needs more power at the moment. They get that next inner turret. Echo actually having his name on the map for once for doing something, not finding a kill just yet, but again, the control completely in favor of this OMG lineup. It's on the back of a pick coming from Thresh.
Amazing jumping in, finds Kitty's goodbye, my friend, as Xiang takes him out. The TIE flashes away. Kid maybe not so lucky as he tumbles through his base gate, and Xiang absorbing all the damage as OMG. Whoa, Uzi wants the kill, gets the crit, and takes out the Rise. He's going to pad his stats and take the inhibitor.
I mean, at this stage, if Uzi wants a kill, he gets a kill. He's just so far ahead as they're looking to use the heal to catch, but they do not.
Oh, Surrender's actually up. That's why IG, in under 21 minutes, tapped the mat, and OMG just style on Invictus Gaming through that one.
They styled all over them. They looked ridiculously strong right there. That wasn't even worth wasting your breath on. Look how comfortable they are. So calm. And he's sad. He's still sad.
Rookie's not. I mean, Rookie had his counter pick, thought about the Yasuo, went for the even more aggressive Riven there instead. And unfortunately for both mid laners, just weren't a factor. That was a full-on hard carry from Uzi, and the rest of the team came together so well. Look at that smile on that man's face. He's very happy.
I mean, Uzi, whenever he gets ahead, their team just looks ridiculous. They get around him and work with him so phenomenally well. And that game was just a convincing closeout, forcing the surrender at 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, wow. Like, there was a single target pick reliant comp there from Invictus Gaming. Never got a chance to actually get the ball rolling. The Rise was taken down while he had a tier. The Nidalee didn't find any chance to be relevant. And the bot lane, being a Vayne and a Thresh, just got completely steamrolled over by a Sivir. And every single member of that lineup, besides Rookie, who just farmed the lane and did what he could, they got beaten handily.
They did. That was just a very one-sided game there. Uzi doing everything he needed to do. The team coming together to make sure they got it done in the end. And that was all they needed.
That was all she wrote. That was such a simple game for them right there. It almost felt too easy for this OMG
we'll have to see if it's still that easy for OMG. We'll take a quick break, and when we return, game number 2 will be here. Can OMG take the 2-0 or Invictus Gaming in a fight back to end another split? We'll find out in just a quick second as the LPL returns.